Hey guys, so this is going to be a video about something interesting that I found in patch 7.28 and why I think Hoodwink might be a placeholder hero. So yeah, let's begin. It all starts from the new item Gleipnir. If you thought Gleipnir sounds similar to Mjolnir, you are right. This item also has its origins from Norse mythology and is described as a rope or a chain that was used to bind the mythical wolf named Fenrir. This is also stated in the item's lore. And the ancient evil it refers to is Fenrir. This confirms that this is the same Gleipnir from the original Norse myth. The interesting thing about this item is revealed through Hoodwink's voice lines when she buys this item. Listen to these voice lines.
Geez, this thing was impossible to make. How'd you get your hands on it? You really should have left this thing where it was, for all our sakes. Wait, if the Gleipnir's here, then he's... I gotta go.
So does this mean Fenrir is coming to Dota? Could Fenrir be the primal beast hero from the data leak and not Trix as I previously thought he was? It could be a possibility as the ancient evil and the primal beast does seem to give off the same vibe. So let's look at the original Norse myth to see who Fenrir really is. He's a mythical wolf known for his immense strength and immense growth. So the spell names of the primal beast suit him well, with the spells that match his immense growth, immense strength and reflects his animalistic nature. If you want to know more about the Primal Beast hero's abilities, go check out the video that I did on the Data Leak heroes, links in the description box below. Anyways, back to the myth. Fenrir was feared and because he was supposedly destined to swallow Odin on Ragnarok, the gods bound him with Gleipnir. They did this by tricking Fenrir and saying these chains are a test of his strength. But when he refused to trust them and demanded that one of the gods should place their hand on his mouth to earn his trust, nobody was willing to do this, but Tyr, the brave Norse god of war, agreed, and they successfully bound Fenrir with Gleipnir, and in rage Fenrir bit off Tyr's hand. Fenrir, now bound by Gleipnir, grew and grew, and on Ragnarok he broke free from his binds, and just as prophesied, he swallows Odin as revenge for imprisoning him. Fenrir was later killed by one of Odin's sons, Vidar, who avenges his father by killing Fenrir. Okay, here I would like to add something. I think Odin is another alias for Zeus, as his voice lines seem to indicate that he knows Fenrir and treats this giant intimidating beast as sort of like a pet dog.
A beast without reason gets slaughtered without cause. Time to put you down. Down, boy. Are those noises intelligible?
This actually makes sense because the Dota 2 lore does incorporate mythologies from around the world and bend those stories to better fit them into the Dota 2 lore. An example of this is Mars, who is a Roman god, is the son of Zeus, who is a Greek god. But there are voice lines from Zeus and Mars that indicate that Mars also represents Ares, the Greek god of war, in the Dota 2 universe.
I don't answer to that name anymore, you old fool.
Change your name all you want. You can't fool me. Why if it isn't Mars?
This proves that Ares is another alias for Mars, as they are both war gods. So what if Tyr is another alias for Mars too, because he is the Norse war god. But in the original myth he lost a hand when he tried to trick Fenrir into getting leashed with Gleipnir, so Mars might not be Tyr. But what if the original myth was altered here again to fit the Dota 2 lore? What if in the Dota 2 universe, Tyr is not responsible for tricking Fenrir into getting leashed? Why do I say this? Well, Hoodwink has a bunch of unused voice lines and some of them are directed towards this dog-like hero, and they seem to indicate that in the Dota universe, Hoodwink may have been the one who tricked Fenrir into getting leashed with Gleipnir. Listen to these voice lines.
Nah, yeah. Thought I might be seeing you when I noticed your leash was nicked. No hard feelings? I couldn't have known everything would go nuts up like that, honest. Oh, mate, do you know how hard I had to work to get that thing the first time I needed it?
So if this is true, Mars might be Tyr after all, but he might also be Vidar, the half-giant god that killed Fenrir. I say this because Vidar's depictions make him very close to a Norse war god, although he's the god of vengeance, and the fact that he's a half-giant god would explain why Mars's body is surprisingly huge when compared to his father Zeus, like that of a giant. Either way, both these gods are associated with Fenrir in some way, and Mars's voice lines towards this dog-like beast reflect this fact.
When you charge at me, you'd best not miss. You can chew on whatever I leave in my wake. Do you understand language, beastie? When I put an enemy in the arena, don't let them out. Wait, I don't see any strings. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho.
These voice lines kinda shows that he's trying to taunt or scare the dog-like beast could be a reference to the fact that he's destined to kill Fenrir as Vidar or isn't scared of Fenrir as Tyr. So this supports the theory that Mars represents either Tyr or Vidar or even both of them in the Dota universe. Anyways, with that aside, what about Fenrir's release date? Okay, since Fenrir is a hero based on a creature from Norse mythology, I think the original plan was to release this hero in the international stage, which was supposed to be held in Sweden, which is a Nordic country. But since it was postponed due to COVID-19, I think they pushed back this hero's release date and released Hoodwink instead. Come to think of it, the fact that Hoodwink was the one who bound Fenrir into Gleipnir might be a neat reference to the fact that she effectively replaced and pushed back Fenrir's release date and got released before him. Anyway, I think Fenrir might have been intended to be released together with the item Gleipnir, referring to his release from his bounds, along with the other Norse-themed hero Valkyrie. And with the release of these two heroes, I think there was also a plan to release a huge update that is themed around an event like Ragnarok, as Fenrir is associated with Ragnarok in the myth. And I think there's a possibility that this Ragnarok-like event might have intended to be the Great Confluence update. Because if you look at the way Voidspeed describes the Great Confluence, it does sound like some kind of doomsday, which is what Ragnarok is. And I think all the huge changes that came with the Mistwood update was actually intended for the Great Confluence update. And since the biggest change of this update was the Scepter Shard upgrades, I think maybe even Aghanim was supposed to be released along with Fenrir and Valkyrie. This would explain why a huge patch came seemingly out of nowhere with the release of a Squirrel hero. I mean, come on! And my guess is that Hoodwink is a placeholder hero that was released to save Fenrir, Valkyrie and Aghanim for later. As I think their original plan was to announce the Great Confluence with these three heroes and then release the other heroes from the data leak one by one later down the line. Also, I think the reason why it took a while to release this hero Hoodwink is because they must have created this hero from scratch. I say this because the Squirrel hero is one of the less developed characters of the data leak. And this would explain why she is a mishmash of multiple heroes, because she was made in a hurry to make up for the fact that their original plan was disrupted. This would also explain why Valve ditched the 2 heroes per year schedule and started a new way of releasing heroes because their original plan was disrupted. And from the looks of it, I think they are dead set on releasing these heroes in the international at Sweden. So the release of Fenrir and Valkyrie and maybe even Aghanim is something to look out for. But since the date of the international is not fixed yet because of COVID-19, this prediction might take a while to come true. So that's it for this speculation video. I would like to know what you guys think about this prediction. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it interesting. And if you guys did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.